Hey, Abigail.
A new era of human spaceflight has arrived, and NASA's networks stand ready to keep American astronauts connected to Earth. NASA's Commercial Crew Program works with American companies to develop and operate spacecraft capable of carrying crew to the International Space Station. NASA Space Network, a constellation of communications relay satellites and ground station antennas, provides data and voice communications between the crew and spacecraft for the duration of the mission, from launch to docking through re-entry and splashdown. NASA has enhanced the network for commercial crew, ensuring almost continuous contact with the ground, including improving satellite tracking capabilities for launch escape scenarios. Additionally, NASA's Search and Rescue Office provides responsive location services anywhere in the world. Both the vehicle and astronauts are equipped with emergency beacons that can provide accurate location upon activation. This further enhances network capabilities and services to improve astronaut safety. As commercial partners join NASA to launch America, our networks are ready to provide the robust and reliable communications and tracking they need. We're ready to revolutionize the industry of commercial spaceflight.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Scott Roberts here with Explore Scientific and the Explore Alliance live presentation of the OpenGOTO community. And our special guest today is Abigail Bollenbach, if you haven't figured that out already. Of course, we have Jerry Hubbell with us and Tyler Bowman. Abigail, since I thought you might be coming on in a few minutes later, but you're with us now, and we're very happy about that. And I realize that you're kind of taking some time off work to do this, so we're going to let you go on first and to cover what's going on. So I'm kind of curious, how are things going? You've got your program running with Astronomy Magazine. You've done how many episodes so far?
So far, I do believe the 11th episode is going to be released this Thursday.
Awesome.
But right now I'm working on the 13th, so it's kind of odd. We've got 3 going at all times. We've got one that's being finalized, one that's in the working and being edited, and one that's being brainstormed and created. So
I see. Well, that's awesome. That's great. Are you enjoying it? I mean, is it
oh yeah,
fulfilling?
yeah, I am having probably the most fun I've had in my entire life since I was a toddler and discovered dirt. Because whenever you're a little kid, you're like, oh my God, Earth, it's so cool. That's pretty much how I am with Astronomy Magazine. It's epic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tomorrow, you're going to be joining the Global Star Party, and you're going to be playing piano for us.
I will, yes.
So,
Yeah.
so what do you have selected?
Huh?
What music do you have selected?
Well, I think I'm going to surprise you guys. I might play 2 pieces. I may just play one, but it will either be one of my Chopin pieces or a Debussy piece. It won't be too long, and even both of them combined, because I picked these 2 in case I wanted to play 2, you guys wanted to listen to 2. It would only be about 8 minutes in total, 8 to 10 minutes. So it wouldn't be that long. I didn't pull out my Rachmaninoff because that would be,
I
we'd
love
be waiting for a
Rachmaninoff.
long time.
I love Rachmaninoff too. Well, that's very cool. So tell us more about what's going on in your world, and what are the projects you might be focused on?
Right now, what I've been working on a lot is Passage with Lee Giat. So Passage is a program that helps Latin American kids in in a lot of Latin American regions. Hasn't been specified yet where specifically, but we're hoping to go as many places as possible. But we're going to bring STEM to them. So STEM teaching and learning, especially to underrepresented students, is really important. And inclusive education aims to eliminate social exclusion, hypothetically. And so that's what we're trying to do. So I've teamed up with Passage, which stands for Providing for Aid and Science for South America's General Education. And I've been plugging it on all sorts of social media pages and pretty much anywhere that I go on and say hi and talk to.
Sure.
It's always Passage, 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 Passage. So anywhere that you see me on social media, there's a place for you to donate that's available for you to donate. $5 counts. We're hoping to get to our $50,000 mark because we've got a whole lot planned. We're going to send a plane down there with almost 2,000 pounds of supplies. We've got a whole bunch of STEM practice for them. We're going to have some science fairs. There's going to be a documentary that's documenting the whole process. And there's also going to be a video series, masterclass series. So there are a whole bunch of amazing individuals and organizations involved and influencers, including myself. And not all of us are going to do it, but I know several that are, including me, who are going to do videos on a certain topic. I have not picked one yet, and I don't think really anyone else has either. But hypothetically, we're going to get there, hopefully, by sometime, January, February, in that time period. But it'll be kind of like, the famous master class, but we're not famous individuals. It will be interesting though. And so I'm so excited for this.
You're getting there. So step by step. Abigail, how close are you guys to reaching some of these goals?
We're pretty close at the moment. I don't know the specific dollar mark, but I think we're at least we're almost at our halfway mark. Since COVID, and it's a tumultuous time period. So we've got COVID, the election, Christmas is coming up. Everyone is broke. So it's a bit of a struggle, and I'm a little nervous because I don't think we're going to reach our goal like we were intending to, just because of the times that we're living in right now. But that's why $5 counts, because those kids, like, if you think about it, 4 to 17-year-old are about the ages that are going to be in formal education. And there are millions of kids that aren't in Latin America. And we take that for granted because we don't live in a third world country. We don't live in a place where we don't have a grocery store down the street. We take our lives very for granted just because we've grown up fortunate. And science education should be for everyone. It is a fundamental right, and it's a foundation for a more just society, and to progress the younger generation. And those little kids could grow up to be future astronauts or doctors or
you don't know.
They deserve that right.
You don't know. We don't know where the next geniuses are going.
Exactly.
Come from.
And
we don't know.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so, who's going to cure cancer or figure out
definitely
the thing that it takes to reverse detrimental effects of climate change, or any of the really big struggles that we have today. I have posted the GoFundMe link. So if you are so inclined to help out, Abigail, I was just talking before I got on this program. I was talking with Mike Simmons, who, of course, has done educational outreach in astronomy all over the world. And one of the things he said to me, and this just resonates based off of what you said, he said, Scott, we already won our first lottery by actually being born in the United States. He said, we
No
are
kidding.
so fortunate, And for those of you who have traveled around the world, especially to third world countries, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't traveled, it's hard to have sensitivity to it because you live already in wealth, although you may not feel it, okay? It's because it
Yeah.
somehow feels normal, right? But it's far from normal. The thing that a lot of us believe, I know, Abigail, you were on board with this, that it will be, science helps lift society out of poverty. It helps
Yes.
lift communities out of, crime. It helps in so many ways. And
Definitely.
so it is it's something that's important. If we could do anything, those of us that do educational outreach on some level, we should do more of it, and we should make it as international as we can. And that's one of the reasons why we broadcast this on social media. And it's the reason, so it's the reason why Abigail does what she does. Okay, so that's
Thank you, Scott. I couldn't agree with you more. Really, it is. We did get that golden ticket growing up in America.
That's right.
Because I don't have to worry about my meal tonight. I didn't have to worry about going to school, let alone my ballet and music career. I mean, those are luxuries. Some kids, like I jokingly said earlier, are ecstatic to play in the dirt because that's all that they have.
Right. That's true. That's true. It's something that does have an effect. No matter how much you add to it, whether it's $1, it's some of your time, it is a donation of something that you're not using, anything that can help progress and inspire people to learn, become scientifically more literate is very, very important in this world. We could make just straight up donations of food or cash or something like that. And those are both desperately needed in many places. But beyond that, it is STEM learning and scientific outreach that is going to allow people to go to the next steps. Whether they go into agriculture, whether they're going to be doctors, physicians, engineers, bridge builders, whatever it is, okay, they need science for it. So anyways, I hope that you reach your goals faster than expected. So, but I appreciate you coming onto the show today.
Oh, thank you so much, Scott. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah. So, and is there anything else that you want to add before you?
I was going to touch a little bit on how my piano and astronomy kind of clung to me the most, because I've delved into so many different colors of paint throughout my entire life, trying to paint this rainbow of a picture, from being into paleontology to being into dance and all of these different things. Music and astronomy were the most steadfast, unchanging, but yet untouchable, and endless, in fact, because you can create everything you could imagine on the piano, from all the different keys there are and different sounds, and then the universe. I mean, there is no limit for that, right? And so I probably whenever I was 13 or 14 became and grew a little curious about the connection between music and mathematics, because Still to this day, I suck at math. But I am I would humbly say that I am a concert pianist, and I've competed throughout my entire life. And so I wanted to figure out the connection, which I still haven't intrinsically found. I do understand it, but I do know objectively that it has helped me in math, but I'm still frustrated at it. I think calculus is hard for anybody, so I'm not
Sure.
gonna
I think
beat
it's
you.
intended to be hard for everybody.
Yeah, but music and math go back to the days of the ancient Greek philosophers, and you see it and it's recognized in different works, and different bonds between things throughout history. But what's really cool is a lot of famous mathematic equations have been swayed by music, and vice versa. A lot of really famous pieces of music have been swayed by math. And it's this relationship that is just so mystical to me. It's beautiful because music is made up of beats. So you can count those beats many different ways. They have education and PhDs that you can get in specifically that for music theory, because it's that science is endless, but it basically comes down to you can count the beats. They are converted into numbers, and I just think that that's beautiful because the universe therefore has a sound. It's got a song somewhere, and there's some famous piece of music that was in the Theory of Everything or something. There was a movie on Einstein or Stephen Hawking.
Hawking.
And
Yeah.
Hawking, okay.
And
There was the music of the universe.
Right.
I've had many different interpretations of that. And I just think that is absolutely beautiful. And I feel like unconsciously it resonated with me. And of course, consciously because I'm still doing it. But music and astronomy and math prevailed above all the things that I have been curious about throughout my life. And I just would like to share it with you guys tomorrow.
Wonderful. We're really excited. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you so much, Scott.
We have also, I think Kelsey Poore is supposed to be on tomorrow with a guest artist, and so that will be our artistic segment of the Global Star Party tomorrow. So we hope that you watch, that you're part of it. We also have. We're starting to do star parties where we have a co-host. And so our next one that we will do like that will be the Von Braun Astronomical Society, which will happen November 20th. Abigail, I would like to invite you to be one of our co-hosts and for you to select the people that you'd like to select and create the schedule and everything for your own global star party. So,
wow, for when?
So if you're interested,
sure, definitely.
Let's talk. It'll be fun.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
I can play Scott.
Okay. Yes, you can.
Get ready to explore science.
I'll be behind the curtain there. So, okay. So, yeah, it'll be cool. Well, thank you for coming onto the program today.
Thank you so much, Scott.
With us, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so up next is Tyler Bowman. Tyler has been getting images for the astrophotography contest. So I think your browbeating might have worked a little bit, Tyler. So, so what do you have to share with us today? We'd like to see some of the images that are being submitted.
Yeah, let me get to, okay. Let me get back to the Zoom.
Oh, do you have several more come in?
Yeah, I had quite a bit come in over the weekend.
Oh, good.
I mean, if I have to beat some brows some more, that's what I'll have to do.
Oh, yeah. That's part of the pleasure of running a contest. Is
but Scott, I do have a crazy idea. I know Abigail was looking for people to donate. And why can't we set up something that we can talk about later to do that and help her out with that program?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly awareness.
And that's what we're all about in this industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
we could talk about it a little later after this or tomorrow. So we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them. I don't know what the setups were. That's a little further digging that I would have to do, but here's one from Stephen Delpera of the Triffid. That looks like either an, I'm not entirely sure what he shot it with. I'd have to do some digging to figure out what it was. Stephen, if you're in
He's watching the show right now. He can tell us.
chat, just let everybody know what it is, because I don't have to bring up the other menu. And then we have
Yeah,
John
let's just look at the images here for now.
of the
Yeah,
butterfly.
these are all very nice. I saw them a little bit earlier.
Then you got from Shailendra Sharma. He's got
very,
102.
look at all that nebulosity around that.
Monochrome's the way to go if you want a lot of stuff. Then you got Christopher Sullivan. He has the 210 astrograph, the Photo Newtonian.
What's the object there?
That one is a planetary nebula. It's Abel 72. Abel 72. I'm not very familiar with the Abels.
Oh, okay.
Then you have the, I'm not sure which one this one is. That looks like
ARP 159.
Is that ARP 159?
That's what it says up there.
Yeah, but
Stefan says it's an ED102 triplet.
Oh, you're talking about equipment, not the object.
Well, one shot with his Triffid, the 102. I'm not sure. Yeah, the as far as what this one is, I'm not. It's ARP 159, whatever that may be. Then you got the
159.
I'm not sure what that
That's the Leo trio right there. That's NGC 3628, I think. And 65 and 66, I think, is what it is. M65 and M65.
This one's awesome. I love Thor's helmet. I love.
Wow, look at that.
I love Thor's helmet.
Yeah.
I'm not being biased or nothing.
You're being biased.
Nope. WR134. I'm assuming it's a planetary nebula. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Oh, actually, that's not a small thing, so I don't think it's planetary. It's just a big bubble.
That's a lot of detail in that one.
WR, what is it again? WR134.
WR134.
134.
It's probably a Wolf-Rayet star.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Just a star exploded.
It is a variable Wolf-Rayet star. Yeah.
That's crazy.
With a faint bubble nebula blown by the intense radiation and fast wind from the star. It's 5 times the radius of the sun, and due to its temperature of over 63,000 Kelvin, it is 400 times as luminous as the sun. 400,000 times.
That's
very cool.
Then you got Andromeda. This is from, I believe his name is Burge. I can't remember his name off the top. I think it's Larry Burge. Larry.
Very nice.
Looks like an 80 millimeter or a 102.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough contest. There's some great images here.
That one's, good Lord, that's the pinwheel.
Yeah, it's M33.
M33, another one from Larry. And then you got one from Jeff Weiss of the Running Man and Orion's Nebula.
Yeah.
And then you have, that's, okay, there it goes. Another one of Tim Myers of Orion. He's got a 102 as well of Orion's Nebula. Oh, download. Then you have the Pleiades, another one from Larry.
Yeah.
I like the nebulosity in this one.
Yeah, I always like the Pleiades like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it should be 100-hour Wade with his North American Nebula.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's all we've got so far. So I'm hoping everybody will start sending in more.
Odds are really good to win right now.
Really good to win. To crack the whip some more. I can definitely crack the whip.
Yeah.
I don't see any solar system objects.
No, they're all deep skies right now. Every one of them are deep
Maybe I can just submit some for honorable mention.
Maybe. We'll give out prizes for honorable mention. So, but that's what we're doing, right? That's what we got so far. As far as the groups IO, we have a couple people having issues with connectivity.
Well, that's going to be what we're going to discuss with Jerry.
So,
other than Jerry connections,
we'll leave it to you because that's what people are having issues with that I'm seeing, and we can go from there.
Yeah. Y'all are getting.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Tyler.
turn my speaker up a little bit. Y'all are getting a little faint on me. Yeah. So I've just noticed over the last day, I've been talking to Wes McDonald. He helps out in the forums, and today he was helping a guy out having some connectivity issues, and it's a general thing that he's had some issues with. He says he can't get the wireless to work right, and then he says he swapped it over to serial and can't get the serial to connect correctly to his programs, and he's talking somewhat general, not real specific in some areas, so it's kind of difficult to understand exactly what all's going on. But so there might be 2 or 3 things going on. One, in terms of his serial connection, one of the major tips is you have to use a POTH as a device hub. The POTH program is used to connect several ASCOM clients to the driver, to the mount driver, the PMC-Eight driver. So you have to do that in order to get. So if you're trying to connect more than one ASCOM client, like PhD guiding, and you're using SGP Sequence Generator Pro or something, and you're trying to connect all those directly to the PMC-Eight ASCOM driver, it's not going to work for you. The PMC-Eight ASCOM driver is not a hub. It's not a server. It doesn't handle multiple connections at once. It's just a one connection device. So that's why you have to use the POTH. We are working on we've said this for a while now, we're working on a server-based version of the ASCOM driver, but we're still running into issues with that, and it's been delayed. So what I want to do is just show to everybody that's new to the system, one of the things we have available on our, let me share my screen. I'm gonna first show the website, if I can find it. Let's see here. I want to bring up my browser. So on the Explore Scientific website, do you see it? Okay. I'll blow it up.
Yes.
Under the telescopes, or I'm sorry, mounts, you go down to PMC-Eight software downloads.
Yes.
There's a program.
Let's see, where are you? Okay. There you go.
You see it now?
Yep, we do.
So under mounts, down here at the bottom, PMC-Eight software downloads, you'll come up with this screen. And this is where you can find all the different programs available for the PMC-Eight system. And the one I'm going to point out here right now is called the PMC-Eight Configuration Manager. And what that does is allows you to change different things in the PMC-Eight system to use it either wirelessly or through the wired connection, and also allows you to update the firmware and other things like that. And this is the 103 version that's available on our website. It's also available on, if you haven't joined the Groups.io group. Come on. Excuse me.
Need a drink of whiskey or something there, Jerry.
Yeah, no.
There you go. Or water. Yeah, water works.
Water's better.
Water's better.
I ran out of water. My water bottle's empty.
Yeah, because the whiskey will also take your breath away.
So if you haven't joined yet, you need to go to the Groups.io group, go to the main, and you might want to put this address in the chat.
Yeah, let me do that.
That's a great place to go get help. But one of the things we have there is our under the main group, there's a file section, and then under user contributions, you'll find the the 103 version of the configuration manager. Let me blow this up. I don't know.
There
I
we
guess
go.
different pages have different size screens.
This
All
is
right, so
the
you'll
link. I'm putting it in chat right now.
yeah. So under the files section of the forum on the main group, you'll find these files that were contributed by different users, which is a nice resource. You'll find the 103 version, which is the one that we have on our website, but then you'll find the beta version, the 104 version. And that's the one I'm going to show you here in a minute. So it's important to get familiar if you're going to change your configuration on the PMC-8. That's what you're going to do. So let me, I'm going to bring up this. This is the 104 version of the configuration manager. This is what it looks like when you first start it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you're going to do is go and do a simple thing, find the current connection. You'll put your mount type in there. So people don't realize also if you want to do some work with PMC-8, you'll more than likely want to buy a BB9 serial to USB mini USB adapter cable. It runs around $20. You
With
can
the
find them cheaper.
FPDI chip, is that right?
It's got the FTDI chipset in it. That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people have bought adapters that have the prolific whip chipset, but that has a tendency to not be as reliable. So we always suggest that you get the FTDI chipset. And in fact, I can show you the one I suggest all the time. It's on a website called Parallax. That's the company that actually builds the CPU, the 8 processor microcontroller we use in the PMC-8. So you can go to parallax.com, go to shop, and then over here on the side you'll see cables converters. Let me zoom up on that a little bit. Wes is calling me. I don't know if he knows I'm on the broadcast.
Right.
So
is this the FTDI serial TTL 232?
right, so this is the one I suggest you get, this Parallax USB to serial with the cable right here. And
why don't you share that link with me and I'll put it up in the chat.
All right. Let me I always can't remember how to go to the chat here when I'm it's up top here.
You can just click on my name and do it.
More chat. That's what I want.
Yeah, chat. There you go.
Control B. All right, so that's where it is. And like you said, this uses the FTDI chipset. We're going to use the FTDI virtual COM port is what it is. And you can download the drivers directly from the FTDI website. So once you do that, you get that adapter cable. You can plug in and run the run the configuration manager, and it will detect what your connection is up to. So right now, since I'm only on wireless, I can't move my wireless over to the PMC-8 system because I'm using it right now to talk to everybody right now. So I need to reconfigure my system so I have an Ethernet router connected to my Ethernet port so I can share my PMC-8 system in the future wirelessly, and I'll try to do that here. Maybe by next time I can demonstrate that. But right now we're on serial connection, and with this system you can find the current. You can find the current connection. Uh, uh, that's interesting.
And this cannot be done on a Mac, right? Unless you have the
No,
right.
no, this is Windows based. And the reason it couldn't find the current connection is because I'm not on the wireless network. So the requirement is that you connect to both to the PMC-8 wireless network and you have the serial cable connected. But what I can do is I can demonstrate some more some of the advanced stuff.
Okay.
So since I'm on serial, I can send it commands, for example, to see what the firmware version is. What the heck? I'm trying to see why is it not communicating now? I may have to restart it. Let me close it and restart it. Started twice.
Well, you're only like on the internet and broadcasting and
Yeah, that's the way it always is.
all those things. So, right?
Let me find the.
You just need a supercomputer. That's all.
I think it's on. It's going to come up and tell me it's on. Will not automatically find the COM port. What the heck? That's really odd. Let me check my connection again. It says it's on there. Just plugged it in and it made a little tone.
I heard something.
Yeah, so find. Maybe it's working now. Kelly, this system.
I'm reading from the chat here. Jerry just fell prey to a live demo, always fails. I don't care what you're doing.
I tested this right before, of course, I knew that it was working. And so I'm gonna unplug my PMC-8 and plug it back in.
Sounds like the first time I asked a girl to dance with me, that live demo failed too.
Yeah, I know. That's a good thing. So
Yeah.
all right. So now it's on. I know the COM port's there.
We have done a lot of live demo stuff before, though. We fixed. Who was the gentleman that we fixed their their system live over the internet?
Yeah, I was able to get everything to work. Zoom in. So I'm going to Device Manager to see.
I forget who that guy was. Yeah.
On my ports aren't showing up like this was. It says COM6. It's there. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to revert back to version 103. See if that makes a difference. So this is version 103 of the configuration manager. It sees that the COM port's there. Find the connection.
So if you have a Mac and you run like the Windows emulation, would that work?
Yeah, you can run. So that's what Wes does. He runs Boot Camp for Mac OS, and that works fine. You can do that. That's typically what people do. I don't know why I can't get my.
As soon as this show is over, it'll work perfectly.
Yeah, I've got the. So let me do something else though. I know that I'm on the serial port. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up the serial terminal. This is the old-fashioned way of doing it. Okay, this is what I put out to begin with.
There's a reason why people still.
Oh, look at this. I know why.
You're still connected with this?
Yeah. That's what's hanging up the COM port is my connection to the terminal. So I'm going to disable that.
Okay.
And now I'm going to go find it. It come up as COM6. Oh, look, COM6. How about that?
Yeah. See, even the pros make mistakes.
That's right. You forget what you had turned on and off. You have to go back and check. Then I'm going to go do it. And now it should find the serial. Oh, it found it. Serial. See it green right there?
Yeah, see it. Yeah.
Now I can go to advanced, and as long as you have a way and something more to check, as long as you haven't run out of ideas, and you're always good. So now I'm going to hit the version, and you can see it says, oh, this is a secret. I'm testing a new version of the firmware. It's got some special things in it, so that's why it's got this other code that maybe people haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But so now let me close this. I'm going to go to the 104 version, just so I can show you that it would work with the 104. And I'm going to go connection, find, come up with COM6. It does, see there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to hit do it. And of course, the reason that doesn't work is, again, I'm not connected to the PMC-Eight Wi-Fi network. But I know that it's right because I can go here on the advanced tab, select serial. Now I'll hit the button for the version number, and again, it'll come up with the version right there.
Okay.
So it's communicating with the, so this is how you can go about doing different things. You can go to the firmware tab. This will let you download firmware from our website. So let me do that. I'm going to download the different firmwares, and since I've selected the G11, it's going to select in the 104 version what firmware is available for the G11, and you can see it's got all these different versions. And then then you can select one. Like I'm going to select this one.
Martin Eastburn says, my experience, 3 hours of software install for a 1 hour presentation and questions, then fly to next install in 5 countries of Europe.
Yeah. So once you've selected the firmware, then you can go, you can also view the README file of this firmware release. And that's what that is. And then you can select which one you want to load, and you hit flash selected, and it warns you about it, which it's cautious. We want to make sure you're certain you know what you're going to do. You're going to update the firmware. It may take a few moments. Hit OK. And it says, then it loads the RAM and the parallax chip, and then it's going to load the EEPROM. And then it finishes. Get rid of that. That's interesting. It didn't.
Celtic Raven says, Explore Scientific, careful what you wish for. The camera arrived today, and I'm so confused. And I know your red phone line. I'm looking forward to the new eyepieces showing up on Wednesday.
Yes, good.
It's all good.
So that did that update. And then, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the terminal.
Okay.
And see if I can talk to it. Okay. And then I'm going to ESB. That's going to reboot it. I'm going to see how it does on a reboot. And it comes up with the firmware. And again, this is the alpha version of the firmware that we're going to release here before too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what you would see in the terminal window if you were to have it up and you rebooted it. Gives you a lot of good information. So one of the things, getting back to the issues people have when they start using the PMC-Eight, it's important to understand that it comes configured from the factory to talk to the XplorStars application via the wireless network. And we have a tool. If you have problems with your wireless network, we do have a tool called the Wi-Fi channel changing device. It kind of looks like an antenna, but it's like, and let me see, where's mine at?
Stefan says, I've never
here it
seen so
is.
many tabs open before.
This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can
Let's see.
this.
Oh, right. That little pigtail thing.
It's
Yeah.
a pigtail. It looks kind of like an antenna, except it's
Kinda.
not. That's a channel changing device.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's really getting big. Let me see.
There you go.
So that's what you use to change the channels, and it's in our manual. It talks about that. And then once you get connected on wireless, let's say you want to go to Wi-Fi, I'm sorry, serial mode, then you would do, like I say, buy that cable, download the configuration manager, and swap it over. Uh, this main connection uh, uh, page allows you to do this easily. Once you get connected both on the cable and on the wireless network for the PMC-8, they'll have these buttons that allow you to go from uh, Explore Stars UDP to serial or to TCP. It allows these buttons light up and allow you to change it that way. There are commands you can give it manually to do that, like ESX command and ESY commands. That's for more advanced. If you want to do it manually, that's how you can do it. That's all these buttons do over here. They just execute those commands. Let me see here. Oh, let me go back. If I can. I wonder why the connection went away. It says go back. I think because I got the did I get the terminal turned off again? Yeah. Let me go back to the terminal. Disable that. Go back here. Find a connection. There's a lot of neat things you can do. There it is. And then I go to the advanced serial. You can send codes. You can learn the command language by just sending these commands to your mount directly. Like this ESGP0, what that does is give me the position of the RA axis, which is axis 0. I'm gonna hit 0, and it received a bunch of zeros because it's not
Connected.
running right now.
Yeah.
So if I want to start, let me see what I can do. I'm going to do ESTR, which turns tracking rate to, let me see, 0035. We'll set the tracking rate. That's a hex value to a certain value. So I'm going to say send. All right. And it received it. And then I'm going to go get the position. And you see how it's got a 58 there now.
Yeah.
And I'll get it again as 8 alpha, and it continues to count up because it's moving. So I set the rate. So that's how you can play with the mount a little bit manually with the commands if you ever want to get into that. That's just
cool.
That's a lot. That's probably a lot beyond what most people want to do. But if you're interested in the inner workings of the PMC-8, this is how you can play with it a little bit.
Right. That's great.
So that's probably more than enough to share right now. There's a lot. I mean, I don't know. People have questions.
You could go on all day.
I know. I could have a whole class on the PMC-8 and how it works inside and all.
Yeah, that's right. Get people to wake up at the wee early hours in the morning and keep them going all night.
Yeah.
Well, great. So, Jerry, I assume you'll be on tomorrow night's Global Star Party. What do you think the weather's going to be like for you out there?
Well, let me check it real quick. Oh, I think it's going to be good because I was looking at it earlier, actually. And it's supposed to be clear tonight, and actually right now, it's
I wonder what it'll be like for us tomorrow.
I don't know. In fact, right now, I want to see if I can get maybe some pictures of the moon before it sets here tonight and tomorrow night, probably. I think it's like a 2-day-old moon or something, maybe right now, 3-day-old. I don't remember. I'll have to look and see. But yeah, it's going to be good tomorrow.
Let's see. Springdale, Arkansas. That's where I am. And it looks clear. We have about a 5% chance for precipitation, but I imagine it's going to be clear. So maybe we'll get the other telescope out too.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me I'm just bringing up the observatory right now. I'm just gonna see what the sky's like. I can share my screen to show you what it looks like right now. Let me get logged on. All right.
Martin Eastburn says there's hope for tonight for Lux Observatory. Martin, you should log in for the Global Star Party. Share your if you're doing astrophotography, share your images.
So I'm sharing the desktop for the observatory right now.
Yeah.
See how we got nice dark things for tonight and tomorrow night, and Wednesday night also. Looks like all week it's going to be nice. I wanted to just quickly open up the dome and see what it looks like here.
Celtic Raven says, in my most sarcastic voice possible, you have at least two people on here from Virginia. Hot, humid, in the middle of the winter, Virginia. Gonna need you to get those tents rolling, please. Yeah. They're probably already on their way.
I don't know if you can see the slit opening up there.
Stefan, we don't have the party on tonight. It will be tomorrow night, starting at 7 o'clock Central. So that's, but you know.
Oh, look, there's some stars there peeking through the slit. You see them? Can you pick that out?
Oh, yeah, I see one. Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Well, anything else you want to add for today's show, Jerry?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm probably gonna try to see if I can take some pictures of the moon right now. I don't even know where it is. I don't know what the phase is.
Right.
So,
well, I want to thank everybody for watching today. Special thanks for Abigail Bollenbach for joining us, and she'll be, as I mentioned, she'll be on with us tomorrow playing the piano, which will be really cool. There's the tradition of music and astronomy goes way, way back. The famous music of the spheres was all about astronomy, and it's been a theme of people who created music for maybe since day one. So
yeah, Gustav Holst has got famous, the planets.
Yeah, the planets.
That's
Right.
awesome.
That's right.
That's where John Williams derived all his Star Wars music from.
Oh, really?
If you listen to Mars, to the Mars,
oh yeah, that's true.
It sounds exactly like the Imperial March.
It does.
Or not exactly like, but very similar.
Yeah, I'm sure he was inspired by it.
Yeah. He was inspired by it.
Very cool. Well, we hope to see you tomorrow. Again, on November 20th, we have another Global Star Party. This one co-hosted with the Von Braun Astronomical Society. So that's going to be a special one. And we'll start an hour earlier, I think, than our normal Global Star Party. So we'll have our daily show, and then we'll jump right to the Global Star Party. So anyhow, you guys have a great night. Hope it's clear for you tonight. And if it's cloudy, get some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Hi guys, this is Tyler, customer service rep with Explorer Scientific. And today I'm here to announce that the Explorer Alliance is excited to be hosting the first astrophotography contest to recognize the excellent work of the images of our members' ranks. For this initial contest, we are looking for the best of the best in 7 imaging categories, from deep space objects to planetary, lunar, solar, wide field, time-lapse, and terrestrial. Prizes will be awarded in each category. First place winner will receive a $200 Explorer Scientific gift card, an upgrade in their Explorer Alliance membership, and a 24 by 36 mounted print for their winning image. Second place winners will receive a $150 Explorer Scientific gift card, an upgrade to their Explorer Alliance membership, and an 18 by 24 mounted print for their winning image. And third place will receive a $100 Explorer Scientific gift card, an upgrade to their Explorer Alliance membership, and 11 by 17 print of their winning image. Best in Show will be selected from the first place winners in each of the 7 categories. The Best of Show will receive a 24 by 44 mountain print of their winning image in place of the 36 by 24 first place prize. Entries are being accepted through 6 a.m. Central Standard Time to December 24th of 2020. Now, before each entry, please be aware of the following rules and requirements. Each entrant must be an Explorer Alliance member. If you are not an Explorer Alliance member, it is a free program, and we will provide you a link in the below in the description so you can sign up. At least one piece of Explorer Scientific equipment, telescope or mount, must be used in the capture of the submitted image. Entrants must identify equipment and imaging data in the appropriate sections on the form below. Each entry must be the original work of the entrant. By entering, you are stating that the image is your property and the work that you originally have. Although the contestant entry period is through December 24th, 2020, images outside the taken contestant time periods are eligible for entry. Entrants must read and agree to abide by the rules and photo release at the time of submission. These are included on the form below. Entrants may enter more than one photo into the contest. Again, this is Tyler, a customer service rep, along with Explorer Alliance. We really hope to see your astrophotography images, and we can't wait to see what you can produce. Again, this is Tyler. Clear skies and keep looking up.